when I met Hannah on Grindr,
It was an accident.
but she doesn't know how to use technologies.
She filed it wrong.
She filed it wrong, yeah.
Luigi Mangione, bro.
You know, he lived near our building.
Yeah, he's the one who talked him into it.
The heck?
I told him to do it.
Gee, allegedly. The first time we all used Instagram, we were actually taking photos of shit we did in our lives, and that was like a real capturing of a moment that happened. And now it's fabricated. It's a fabrication of how sick our life actually isn't.
So you guys know that like as dating apps became more popular, like you guys remember Match.com?
Yeah.
So that was like the old school like URL like website way of like finding somebody, finding a partner or whatever. That company grew so big they started absorbing other match sites.
It's just another dating site, right?
Yeah, but it's like the master dating site. And they started buying up like other apps when they came out in like the modern day tech world or whatever. And this is an interesting thing. So apparently it's been found out that the design of dating apps, all the apps that we use today, it's all based around you not finding a partner.
What?
Oh, that makes sense.
Genius.
Oh, shit. Big dating app.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I did see a stat where like when people get married or in a relationship, they stop using Facebook.
That's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's why I don't use Facebook.
Yeah, so apparently like the whole reason that it's being acquired by Match is to what they do is as soon as a dating platform even remotely works well, where people are like loving it, oh, I love Plenty of Fish or I love Bumble, whatever, then it gets acquired and the format changes and it becomes adjusted so that you never find a partner.
So they're just acquiring the database. But then the goal is like modern medicine where it never cures you, but you just kind of stay.
Keeps you sick.
And it's one of those things where like you may have a better chance if you put more money into the app because like
Scientology.
or, yeah, there's some apps where like
It's like kids just dancing classes.
How do you know about that level of premium payments?
You never actually learn how to dance.
sidebar,
It keeps you going.
how do they keep you bad at dancing?
Ask him.
Is that a real thing?
Can we just move on?
Okay. So
You guys are so
one of the
immature.
ways that they do it is like apparently you know how like I don't have experience using these this way, but some of them will hide qualities of a person and you have to pay more to find out if you have A, B, and C in common with them. But if you don't pay, then you're basically being matched to someone like purposely that you don't have commonalities with. Let's say that this person, let's say you're like, for some reason you're, I don't know, you're Orthodox Christian. It's gonna show you fucking Muslims. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be like, oh, you won't like.
But it has all the other check boxes off? Or does it like maybe it's you are a Christian, right? And then you want Christian, but then you didn't pay for this service, but you also wanted like XYZ other things. And so it gives you XYZ other things, but knows that this is a really hardcore thing that's very difficult for marriages to be successful in. Does it do it like that at that detail?
I mean, my example is pretty extreme. I don't even know if that's one of them, but I do know that when you're not paying to even see the other qualities, you're not being implemented fairly.
They just send you fat chicks the whole time.
I kind of see that happening because if you need to keep dating, you're not going to leave the app, right? And then like,
Yeah.
I kind of see this in the what's that? Like we use it fucking not ZipRecruiter, but
Indeed.
Indeed. So like if you don't pay for the premium, they send you the fucking shittiest quality and then you get very low responses.
Well, you also get a lot of scams.
Yeah. But when you pay, it's just one after the other. You're getting emails of like the best candidates and you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's been a thing where like people are kind of wondering like, wow, why are like dating apps being like, they're just so much harder to get success in love. And it wasn't their imagination. Like the actual business model, it actually like is public now.
Makes sense.
It makes sense from a business point of view, for sure.
So that whole study about like, which one was it? Was it Tinder or whatever? Where they're like, black women and Asian guys get the least amount of fucking responses.
I don't even know. Was that an actual, like they really did that study?
That was that study, but that
I thought it was like fake.
It was fake, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Apparently, like somebody just claimed it, and then they said it was a study, but it wasn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did it like a casino too, where they know after every like let's say 3 or 4 swipes or whatever, it's a super hot chick. So you just get just enough dopamine to stay on. So you technically aren't finding matches, but then they don't want you to go, man, fuck this app. I can't see anybody. So every 4 or whatever the number is, you keep going, oh shit, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
But at that point, you don't even need it to be a match, because I think the human experience is like, if somebody's hot, you're like, they don't want kids, but maybe we could figure it out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
The male
Exactly.
mind is pretty fucking dumb.
She's really funny.
And then I'll keep paying the whatever $20 a month or whatever, however many is a month, just to keep the dopamine.
And I don't even think that's just the male mind. I think that's the female mind too.
For sure, yeah. Just like the guy that they made that fake account where it was like a guy who wrote that he had a sex offender record or something, or that he had domestic abuse charges, and then the matches for women were like hundreds.
Luigi Mangione, bro. He's
Yeah,
getting
but he
fucking
didn't.
love letters
But he
and
didn't.
shit.
He didn't beat a woman.
Well, he assassinated a guy in public.
Well, that's kind of, even guys think that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
You know, he lived near our building.
Oh, in
Mangia. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who talked him into it.
Yep.
What the heck?
I told him to do it.
Gee, allegedly.
And then Joe double dared him.
Sponsored by Junbi.
He was whispering through the wall.
Yeah, allegedly. Before we get a second look.
Thank you.
Don't get a second one.
Yeah, we don't get a second look.
We don't want second looks. They happen.
Isn't it funny though that it's not just in people's imagination anymore?
It's real.
They thought that it was them, or that it's my fault. I'm not doing something right. My profile is not correct. I need to have this and that.
Okay, so sure, let's be meta about this then. Isn't it our fault?
What do you mean?
Like, the people at the end of the day perpetuate and get what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if enough people are using it for things of that nature, if it's not everybody's looking for a relationship and then suddenly it turns into a just meet people and hook up app, like, then the system is going to reward like that thing. It's the same way social media has developed the way it did, right? Like, the system ends up, the algorithm rewards things that inevitably make human beings kind of like tweak.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of like news, right? Like the bad news sales. So, but I wonder if we're thinking about if it's just like Tinder or like what Match.com and these other ones are supposed to be more thorough.
They acquire everything that. So let's say that
What was the original one? eHarmony.
eHarmony, yeah. Let's say that there is an app that comes out. It's not owned by Match, whatever. It's just their own independent thing. And they actually are, the goal is, they all say in the beginning, your goal is to delete this app and you don't need it anymore because you found love. That's the selling point. And then there are people that, let's say cutting out the whole hookup crowd, they're all on Tinder already. They know what it's about. But if they're trying to find love, they're getting a new app. And they're just like, this might be the one.
Like coffee meets bagel. That's the one that's supposed to be more like relationship.
Yeah. So they're all trying to be like, the marketing ploy now is that anytime a new app comes out, it's because it's in defiance of all the stuff that's already there, right?
And once they get popular,
Gets absorbed. Yeah. So it eventually will
private
become.
equity.
Yeah, exactly.
Ruins everything.
It's absolute private equity. So it's going to get absorbed and be part of that business model. The same way that you can't make sunglasses before Oakley comes knocking at your door.
But then that's the eventualism in a capitalist society is the same thing as like music and record labels, right? When your only shot to be successful is to sign into a record label or be signed, then that's all it is. And then generations pass or enough time pass, and then the record labels take so much from you, but you're strong enough, and we have new powers like social media, and then it's like, let me re-record my masters, or let me be an independent artist and just use blah blah blah. So it's the eventualism, I think, is natural. The first time we all used Instagram, we were actually taking photos of shit we did in our lives, and that was like a real capturing of a moment that happened. And now it's fabricated. It's a fabrication of how sick our life actually isn't, right? We pick our fucking top 10% and then we share that because it's cool. And I get it. So the same eventualism will happen to the dating world, right? At first, eHarmony, people were for real finding people that like were looking at it that way. And then as enough of these apps come out in defiance before they get swallowed, the industry will grow so big that two things, you're going to go off dating apps and just go the old school way, and that's going to be trending, and or a new app that comes out and stays independent, doesn't want to be bought out for some righteous reason.
Well, it's like what happened at Maker Studios. I mean, I remember everyone was there and we were all making videos for love of the game. And like, we didn't even, like, you didn't make much money out making fucking YouTube back then. You guys know that. And then, Disney comes in and buys it up. And then that original founder's vision of like, we like to make vids for the kids and stuff, that gets taken and swallowed up by Mickey Mouse, and now it's just like make videos, like corporatism. So that's just kind of what happens. Like,
and every single day, if we were the owner of Maker Studio and we were going to get bought by Mickey Mouse, every fucking person in the universe is going to do it at that moment.
Yeah.
think of Burger Homie we had in here. He's like, when you're at my restaurant, it's like you're my neighbor. You're sitting down at my table. Burger Homie was saying that.
Yeah, and if McDonald's buy them, what's gonna happen?
It's just not gonna have that same familial thing, and we all know that. But he has a fucking price just like everybody else. Like he'll sell out his vision for that sweet check.
But the key is to sell and then keep a new vision, and so you're always at the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unless you're like in and out and you stick to your guns, and then you don't let nobody buy you out, but you're able to grow your shit.
There are some like that, yeah, like Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
In and Out, REI, Patagonia. I feel like there's some companies that stick to their guns.
Or Sriracha. What?
They got drama.
But yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting thing that like the more desperate you get in like in the dating app world of like trying to make this work, the more deeper down the hole of like impossibility you go. You know, like it's like it's actually it's working now. For a lot of people are saying that like, dude, for the first time ever, your chances are way fucking higher just being yourself in public than it is like trying to like meet people with the intention of like finding partners. You know, like it's supposed to streamline it. Technically, dating apps are supposed to cut all the other stuff out and be like, I'm trying to meet someone who wants to meet someone who wants to have something meaningful. But now, even that's been compromised. Damn. It's pretty crazy.
That was pretty tough.
But it really is like social media apps, though, right? It's like the first people that jump on something that will work or that is a good idea, they really benefit, and everybody else gets to participate or hope for the best, right? And it's like, same thing. It's the very first time each app. Same with Tinder. I remember when Tinder came out, and it was like for real. Like,
yeah, you were killing it.
I was not killing it.
He's like, I didn't know you can't get matches.
No, I have friends that got married off Tinder.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's dope.
But then seeing how it really kind of turned into like you just kind of hook up and stuff. But I get it. The more,
yeah, it'll like change shape.
Yeah, and then a new app came out. I remember when Coffee Meets Bagel came out, the same, or Hinge or whatever. It's like. Same thing. I was hearing success stories in the beginning, and then it get more saturated. So
that is true. Yeah, it is going to conform to whoever's using it most, and for whatever reason.
So I think it's natural and it's part of the process. And I used to hate on dating apps because I thought that was so like unnatural. And then, you know, like after you get out of a long-term relationship and everybody's using dating apps and you realize that there's success, you're like, oh, let me try it. You try it for like one day and realistically only your friends are swiping for you because they think it's hilarious. And then you're like, fuck it, this sucks.
That is hella funny to find your people you know. Yeah.
That was all it was when my one blip in the dating app was my 1 week of being single or whatever the fuck. And then your friends are just doing it for you. You don't even have a say. So that part of it is fun, and that's what it ends up becoming, you know, unless you're like uber serious and you're like, I'm looking only for a certain blah, blah, blah. Chances are, like a Facebook group, you're going to find those same people who have the exact same like necessity of depth. And then it might work for you.
I also think people do this to themselves too. Like my brother met his chick on Hinge and he got married like last year. But I think if he had this like, I think new mindset of like, maybe I can find someone a little better. You're never gonna, settle down.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just gonna always go, I have more selections on my phone. I should check it out.
Yeah.
When I met Hannah on Grindr,
It was an accident.
yeah, like I was looking for men, but she doesn't know how to use technology, so she
filed it wrong for her profile. Yeah. Happy accident.
That is serendipity. That's true romance. That's God's divine fucking greatness.
And I wasn't like, maybe better. I was like, better than a guy.
And she's the one that did no technology.
I'm banned from
Grindr?
so, no. Maybe I did this thing called catfish marketing, where I would make fake profile. I'll make a real profile of me. This is when I was in my odd job. I had like I was in the Men of Hawaii calendar.
Yeah.
So I use that photo as the first one, and I'll be like, only here to hook up. ... with people to support, with deals to support local businesses. Check out hawaiiverse.com.
Oh, I see.
So I would do that, and then
On, like,
the next
Tinder or whatever?
Tinder, Hinge, everything, and that's why I'm banned, because I kept getting reported.
Marketing with it.
But it would work. I would have people. I would swipe on do all genders, all locations, all ages. I would just do this. I would match with like trannies and like all kind of people. And some people would be like, "Hey, I love Hawaiiverse. I love your business." And I'd be like, "Cool." Or they would message me and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just here to like market my." I'll be honest. But
I can see why you were bad.
And even my podcast in the beginning, I would like have clips of my podcast.
On your Tinder?
I think it's Hinge.
You got to be the worst enemy of these apps, bro.
That's smart.
Yeah, I even like it worked. It was catfish
You got
marketing.
followers?
Like people would see it and
That's
it would affirm me like they're seeing my stuff because they'll be like, hey, I follow you,
good.
or
I really like your podcast. We should collab sometime.
yeah, come to my house.
Should collab on a date.
Yeah, but basically it's like you get whatever you want from it.